Hello everybody, it's Mir. After a recent video on crouching DPs, I wanted to follow up with some more information on the topic. Specifically today, I'd like to talk on how to optimize your anti-air conversions so that you can make every opportunity count. Choosing the right anti-air for the right situation can be a real game changer. A lot of players, especially in the lower ranks, might not realize they have access to a fair number of anti-air options, or even fail to exploit opportunities that they're given to their fullest. So I'd like to go over anti-air options in Street Fighter V so that you can use what your character has to offer to your advantage. It's important to realize that not every character has access to the same amount of anti-airs as everyone else, but there are some universal options that can work regardless. The first one is simply meeting your opponent in the air with a jumping attack. Even if it may seem like a very obvious option, air-to-airing is very useful when you know that your opponent might attempt a jump from further away, out of the range of other anti-airs. And based on the height of your hit, you can use it to switch positions or force a reset scenario. You should try to figure out which of your character's normals work best for this situation. Ideally, you'd want something that is fast and has a good horizontal range. A fair few characters even have normals that can juggle opponents, or that are cancelable mid-air. Those are specifically designed for these situations and can be very rewarding to land. Another option, in a similar vein to air-to-airs, is to jump back with your fastest attack, which is often your jumping light punch or light kick. This kind of air-to-air is usually used against cross-up attempts or at least close jump-ins. The main benefit being that it is quite reliable if executed with the proper timing and maintains the same positions on screen, so it's especially useful when anti-airing someone trying to escape the corner. On top of these universal options, characters usually have a selection of grounded anti-air normals. These come in all shapes and sizes, so you'll have to experiment with what every character has to offer. Based on their properties, the way you use them can change drastically as well. Let's look at a few examples to show you what I mean. Some moves have very tall hitboxes but tend to work only at specific ranges. Moves like Gao's crouching heavy punch or Chun-Li's back heavy kick are very good for close jump-ins but are susceptible to empty jumps from a distance. Normals like Vega's or Nash's standing heavy kick instead are suitable for jumps from farther away but will whiff on close attacks. Some characters are given faster anti-airs which can be easily used on reaction, like Poison's or Armika's crouching medium punch. Because they recover quickly, they can offer a reset situation close to your opponent. However, these anti-airs often tend to have some ranges where they don't hit reliably or struggle to deal with attacks like cross-ups. Occasionally, you'll see some anti-airs that lead to juggle states. These are highly sought after and are valued for the potential reward they offer. Examples would be moves like Akuma's back heavy punch or Yuren's crouching heavy punch, both cancelable and able to lead into strong juggles. Those are both quite fast, but again have a specific range at which they function, so be careful how you use them. Others, like Abigail's or Birdie's crouching heavy punch, have better coverage, but are also way slower. Finally, some anti-airs are also crush counters. Although you won't be guaranteed to trigger the crush counter, they can be very rewarding if you do, especially if they can hit the opponent high in the air. Examples include moves like Ryu's or Sagat's standing heavy kick. On top of normals, your characters might have access to an air throw. Air throws function in a similar way to air-to-air attacks, in the sense that you beat jumping attacks by virtue of the fact that you grab them before their own attack is active. They also tend to be more rewarding, giving you a knockdown and higher damage than non-juggling attacks. Just like a grounded throw, you are unable to perform a back rise, limiting the opponent's wake-up options. You can use them from a back jump to defeat cross-up attempts, or jump towards the opponent to grab them out of the air, if you're ready for the jump-in. There are many anti-air special moves in the game. You can fundamentally separate them in two categories, based on whether or not they are truly invulnerable to air attacks. If they are, like for example a Shoryuken or a flash kick, their value lies in their reliability. Because of this property, they're the best moves to anti-air when in a pinch, like for example after the recovery of a normal or a fireball, or when dealing with airborne special moves that are hard to anti-air with normals, as you won't risk trading or even losing outright. Even though they tend to deal a fair amount of damage, they might offer limited opportunities to follow up, either as Oki or as a stronger juggle combo, so you might want to go for a less reliable but more rewarding option if you're ready for the jump. On top of that, they are often locked behind a more complicated motion or require charge time, and usually not all versions of the move are invulnerable to air attacks, so make sure you pick the right one. Special moves that can hit opponents in the air but offer no invulnerability are harder to use, but can still be very rewarding if used correctly. Rashid's Heavy Punch Spinning Mixer or Laura's Heavy Punch Bolt Charge both have no invulnerability, but can function as anti-airs thanks to their speed of travel and good hitboxes. Some characters have access to fireballs that go up at an angle, like Kyurem and Gil's Heavy Punch Fireballs. These can be used as a preemptive anti-air or on reaction to characters with floatier jumps. Unless you have a very strong read, I'd advise not to use them a lot as they can be easily whiff punished on the ground. Finally, every character with a strike or projectile critical art can technically use it as a raw anti-air. Aside from Vega, whose super is not invulnerable, everyone else's is, so it pretty much behaves like a Dragon Punch. The only limiting factor here would be the speed and the range of the super, as well as the fact that the input takes long to execute in neutral. The reward is however quite high, and can make the difference between winning or losing a round, or even the match. Hopefully this video gave you more insight on the anti-air options available in Street Fighter V. Every character is different, so now it's up to you to go in training mode and experiment. Optimizing your anti-air conversions is an important step to take to become a better player. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video, or if you have any questions on the topic. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay notified. More content is coming your way in the following days, and I will see you next time.